My name is Phillip Moore, and I was born in Coleman, Alabama. I did not figure out I was gay probably in my mid-20s, actually. I came out when I was 32 years old. Well, I grew up in a very religious household. My dad was a Baptist preacher. We couldn't even say words like dang or shoot because it was so close to the other words. And that gives you kind of an idea of what kind of household we grew up in. So there was no way that I could even think about being gay, because if I couldn't do that, there was no way. But I knew I was different. It was quite a struggle growing up and going to high school, and knowing that there was something different about me and trying to fit in could be very difficult at sometimes. My oldest sister helped me. I was in a program, a reparative therapy program, a faith-based organization, and I went through the program for 9 months. It was a live-in program, and I didn't get to go home to see my relatives that often. So I went home March of 2015, and I was staying with my sister. And funny story, when I got to her house, I got on the internet and I started cruising the internet. And she came in and she caught me and she goes, "Phillip, I've known you were gay your whole life." She says, "You don't have to play these games." She goes, "I love you for who you are." And that was the best day of my life, almost, that finally the acceptance was really something special. Reparative therapy is predominantly faith-based organizations that, if you've heard gay camp or pray the gay away, those are terms that are used, that they think that they can turn you from gay to straight. However, many people in my class in reparative therapy are now gay, and they're married, and they're partnered, and they're living wonderful lives. The techniques were actually dealing with your past and maybe lies or abuse that you've had as a child or growing up, or those sort of things, and learning from those false things that are not really about us, that they were thinking that somehow if we could find the truth about ourselves, then everything would clear up about our sexuality, I guess, and then we would find out that we are not gay. But in my case, that didn't work. It actually confirmed that I was gay. It answered all my questions that I'd had about myself growing up. Well, my mom died when I was 16, so I didn't get to come out to her. My dad, he had no clue that I was gay, and it was tough for him for probably the first 5 years. I remember a story, Christmas time, I'm living in Washington, D.C., and I call him, and I said, "Merry Christmas, Dad." And he said, "Merry Christmas to you." And I said, "What'd you get for Christmas?" And he said, "I don't need anything for Christmas, and Jesus Christ is the only thing I need in my life." And I'm like, I just said, "Dad, I'm a Christian too." And so it's like, even though I'm gay, and that was kind of like the short end of the story. So, but it was tough, to begin with. But in 2011, he passed away, and my partner and I took care of him during that time, and he really got to see what a gay relationship was like. and all of those stereotypes, I think, went away about what he thought about me as being a gay man. Yeah, I mean, he told the nurse in the hospital bed, he goes, "This is my son, Philip, and this is his friend." And that was good for my dad.
Cool. That's really cool.
I I would tell them that love your child, number one, no matter who they are, no matter how weird they may seem like they are, or if they want to play with dolls or whatever, but love them, let them make their decision, and realize that they're your child. That's number one, and because there were times that I felt very lonely and abandoned, not by just by my family, but by growing up in a religious society as well. That the people say they love you, and it's just words, and it's the actions. It's the actions is what a child is looking for. And if you don't understand, ask questions. There's a lot of resources that we have now. There's PFLAG, there's all kinds of things, and there's a lot of information on the internet. And so it's kind of a difficult question, but that's what I would say. And bottom line is love your child for who they are. Yeah, love yourself. God, I believe, because I'm a Christian, but He made me this way. That was the thing that I came to terms with, that this is who I am, and celebrate who you are. The difference is we're all unique in some way. We're all diverse. It doesn't matter if you're gay, straight, whatever. Be you. Be you. That's what I would give you that advice, is to be yourself, because if you try to be somebody else, you're just going to be miserable for the rest of your life. So, and realize there's a lot of people around you. There's a lot of resources. I wrote my story for you because I didn't want you to feel abandoned like I did and feel isolated. So if whoever's watching, I have my own story, and I'll be happy to send it to you, because one thing that I don't want anybody to feel that way again, ever. So. I'm going to answer this by saying that I tried so hard not to be gay. I was married. I can only speak from my own situation, but I really, after understanding and going through everything I've went through, I like being unique. I like being different. And being different is okay, because this is who I am. I was born this way. And, I'm a little quirky, and that's fine. I'm a musician, I'm left-handed, those are unique things. And I think that, just like the Mona Lisa, it's not perfect. Some of the greatest art in the world is not following every line, and I color outside the lines, and that's what I love who I am now. But it took a minute to get here. No, not at all. No, not this far along. No, it's I have a wonderful husband. I have wonderful friends. Some of my family doesn't accept me, but that's all right. It's still painful. That's why I took a big gulp. But I realize who my family is. It's my gay brothers and sisters, because there's a lot of us like that. And those are the people day in and day out that if I have something going on in my life, they're the first ones that call me and say, "Hey, Phillip, are you okay?" or whatever. You know, my gay family is my family, and so yeah.
Perfect.